Hey guys, I'm Gentle Occasion, and today we are going to continue to grow our city and hopefully get another one growing. That's really what I want to do. I want to get another city going. Obviously this one has a meat tree, so yeah, we are getting, you know, meat bursts. I don't know, meat harvests is what they're called, but you know, we're getting lovely bushels of meat from our meat orchard. What a disgusting game this is. Anyway, we're gonna get more meat to bolster populations. We are getting extra production per construction yard, which means we can build a second construction yard quicker, hopefully. Loyalty is starting to become a problem though, but hey, 2 more turns I'll have engineers. We can start acquiring tiles, building more of the loyalty buildings, along with the hab blocks, because there's that technology, what is good, that I can't remember where it is. Nope. This one. Collective conduit. We'll grab that next, so we'll get extra energy on tiles with, well, habitation blocks will get additional energy if they're sharing tiles with hollow theatres, which is really, really good. So we can get a bit more energy, a bit more space to build in, and also more loyalty. So yeah, we should have all the things. All the things what make us not dead. Okay, you go grab that. Robot heading home. Good boy. And yep, we'll grab that cash. Hopefully it'll be a good cash. Hopefully it'll be lots of cash. These guys are all at war, just warring around us. None of them are suspicious that we're just milling about in their territory with like a, you know, a Geth Cylon knight. It's very cool, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, good. I don't know, I'm happy. You guys happy? I'm happy. This thing we need to remember to keep healing, of course, because it keeps being, you know, it keeps losing health over time, which I think is pretty funny. Just a fun unit. We are running out of chips though, because we found too many robots. Blessed infestation. Yum yum. Oh, look at that little it's like a little dog food bowl. That's lovely kibbles. That's the stink lines, because, you know, some dog food, Christ, it smells. Anyway, runoff from our farms sometimes poisoned the very soil we tried to grow food on. Our scientists were prepared for that. But they weren't prepared for what came next. Algae took root in the diseased soil. We realized that we had a vile feedback loop on our hands. The more food we produced, the more algae we could generate too. Humans and voice cultists would both eat well. Good. Good. Love it. Collective conduit. Thank you. Thank you, you creeps. We really need shock layers as well. It will cost us upkeep, though, I imagine. But it would be great just to have, like, you know, just really, like, fence these guys in with shock layers, just spawn deformities all over the place. That'd be a hell of an opening gambit. Over here, too. Really keep them busy. Wow, 1 health left? That was lucky. Yeah, if we'd gone the other way, we would have died. I did think that that was a bit risky to go the other way, which is why I didn't, but still. Alright, grab that next. I got a lot of extra minerals. I hate that. 20% extra minerals. I mean, we're getting 20% extra food, it's just we're not really doing anything about food. So this should definitely be our food production. Maybe going up here where there's loads of forest, that should be, and influence as well. Maybe that should be where we build. Also, reveals all tiles in range of sight, which is quite big. Do we get the benefit of that by default if it's a part of our city? Does it count as being, like, occupied? Because when you're stood in it, it gives you more view. I don't know. Anyway, I think we'll make that the location of our settlement. Have our next one. Because, yeah, everything else is like... I mean, that's good research, and I guess there's some forests around here. But yeah, just getting a bunch of bonus research from forests, we can really take advantage of it around here for our second city. And then we can just do food. Food and algae. And I guess minerals we can get from bonus minerals from cliffs. So, like, we can just build, you know, any tiles we get in range of cliffs, we can just dedicate to mineral production, I suppose. I do think mineral production might become a problem soon, though. It feels like we're going to be a bit stretched. What happens when we run out of chips? I think we just end up with no chips. I think it's what happens. We're getting 0 from trade right now, so we might end up getting enough through trade to keep these guys, you know, fed in chips. They only eat chips. You know, cyber people, they just eat chips. So in real life, hackers, they just have chippy. Like, they have chippy every night. It's That's just science. You know, dumb, made-up science.
We can't stay here.
It said you would come.
Okay. I really am just making this my base, aren't I? Just this little area with the bleed in front of it. Force them to take the long way to me, while I just, you know, nip in, nibble at them, nibble at their bums and run away. I still haven't used, like, any of this stuff, but we get so little influence, it feels like a waste. Speaking of a waste, we haven't gotten, like, the elect of Uzhudai yet. Oh, that's that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so there's that guy. Is there not another hero? I feel like there should be another hero soon. The Krallar disciples. They're fun. They look like the Reapers from Mass Effect, or the things the Reapers were based on, or squids, because it was a squid race that first got, you know, absorbed, assimilated, whatever. It's kind of similar. It's a weird one. Anyway, whatever. You know, the Reapers model themselves after the civilizations that they're devouring. You know, well, genociding. Okay. I'll keep you down here, I suppose. That's fine. You can hang out there too. I don't like that we don't really have anything going on for our military to be doing, but it's good that we're holding steady. You know, all of the other factions are bickering, but, like, their armies are huge. I do think we need to train more stuff, like, pretty soon. It helps we've got these random robots running around, but, I mean, at some point, this is all just a bit much for us, if we end up at war with any of them. They are going to start turning on us just because, like, diplomacy takes our military into account. They don't want to keep at peace with us if we're an easy target. Though maybe they're also keeping the fact they're at peace with the other ones. They don't want to... You know, if we're neutral, that might work. I don't know how well the game responds to that sort of thing. I don't know how well it responds to neutrality. You know, will it... Okay, what are we going to get here? More influence. Okay, sure. I mean, that was worth it. Probably. See, I don't know how it deals with neutrality, basically. I don't know if it'll see us not being at war with other people as being, you know, we might end up being pushed to ally with their enemies if they fight us. But I'm not sure the game takes that into account. We can blind some people. There's no one to blind. It's a problem, guys. There's no one to blind. We're losing daylight and there's no one to blind. Okay, we got engineers. Amazing. Let's head up this way. We are going to need to figure out how to get rid of the bleed, of course. That's going to become a bit of a problem. There is a research that does that, but there are too many researchers, so who can say? Who can say? Ooh, I don't know. It's around here somewhere. Maybe? I don't even know where to look. I don't know where to look. This is a trait of Twisted Mother. Grants access to uncommon item. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's fine. More influence on rivers, if you have an administration complex. Bleed cultivation, that's it. Modify the construction yard. That's to get rid of bleed. Do I do that now? As you build on bleed. I think we grab that. And you can even create bleed. So you can just build a bunch of bleed all over the place. But, you know, to protect your city from encroaching enemies, which is kind of cool. So do you want to get that now? We just got the algae thing. We just got the half block thing. We haven't got the research in forest thing yet. Tell you what, let's get the research in forest thing now. I know we're doing so much like early tech here. But if we do get that, and this becomes our like research hub, that'll be really useful. I wish there was, but sadly no. We need more tiles. We also need to put up a tile acquisition range as well. God, we need minerals and all sorts. Yeah, it's a little sketch. A little sketchy. A little sketchy, all this. A lot of chips over here. We could put a city down here to get chips. But what are we going to do with chips? I mean, we could research a bunch of cyber stuff, I suppose. If we do really, like, smash out a bunch of labs in that next city, just like a ludicrous amount of laboratories, then, yeah, we could just tech into other people's techs. I don't think it would be a problem. There's so much fighting going on in here. And we're just, like, milling about. It's pretty great. Acquired a tile. We sure did. We sure did. Alright, let's get you home. We'll get home one day, I'm sure. Nothing to lose but your chains. Okay, the engineers have been reading Marx, apparently. Weird. Alright, sure. Yeah, you guys sit tight. Okay. So, oh, hang on. Wait. Oh, okay, so this is actually... Alright, so each greenhouse lets the fermentation vat get more algae. So actually, you kind of want a bit of both. So that's kind of cool. So we build a bunch of greenhouses. It'll make our fermentation vats better. That's pretty cool. I like that. We will need a power plant. But, obviously we can cheat. We can build a hollow theatre. Oh my god, we really need more minerals. We need to build that, then a hab block, then we'll take over somewhere else to get minerals, I guess. That's our mineral spot, okay? So we'll do that, but first we'll get a loyalty in check. Once that's built, we'll be on 0. But just building a hab block there will put us up to +1. Which will pay for the minerals thing. God, we really do just need to build a power station, huh? We really do. Oh, and they're bickering too. Enemy in city. Yeah, I know there is. Not my enemy. But yeah, kind of fun. This is all very cool. Everyone's bickering, and we're just like hanging out. They're all keeping their militaries in check, which will allow us to go unnoticed, hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, let's get you down here. You can hang out with these guys. Why the hell not?
Looking for something?
Yeah, I guess so.
What are we making?
So, we don't have the minerals
On the clock.
to create a city.
The fire.
Crap. Crappity crap. There are roads along here already, which is good. Nice for us. So yeah, we're going to need to build more minerals. We need more minerals real quick. So we need to build a lot of stuff here. Luckily, we can build stuff quickly. And we only need... Yeah, okay, we have more population than we're utilizing there. Which sounds bad, but is good. It means we can just build all the buildings we need and we'll have them manned. Which will help a lot. My god. Yeah, you will sit tight. There are a lot of enemies. Well, not enemies. One day, probably. Luckily, the tech level of all of these, like, neutral factions, you know, all, what, ZEPHON, Chiefess, the Akron, you know, that sort of maxes out. Up until they get, you know, some stuff towards the end. But no, I think this is going well. Research, that is definitely Final Fantasy VII. Anyway, it's the music again, guys. It always gets me. So, it took some time, but our researchers came up with methods and processes to safely study creatures and plants from off-world. They requested the construction of dedicated stations for such research. We had to invest in them, bringing such creatures into our regular facilities often had fatal outcomes. Sure it did. Okay, more acquisition range would be useful. We didn't get the Hadlock power conduit thing yet. We need to do that now, then. I was actually hinging on having that, and yet I prioritize other things. I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, didn't you just skip that, though? Yes I did. Yeah, no, you're on the clock. Stupid clock. And clear tiles, remove roads, construct roads. Just, you know, cool stuff. cool stuff that, again, just citing marks. Very weird. So yeah, we need minerals and power. Ugh. Hate it so much. Alright, can we just have you go, like, down this way? I know it'll take longer, but you keep running up that way, running into a thing, and then having to cycle back, because you're... You know, you can't actually squeeze through that. All these guys are very upset. So yeah, I think they might be losing the fight, but then the Akron, I think, might have retreated, or they might all be in the fog of war. It's hard to tell.
Fine, but I have a job to
They tend to go back and forth a lot. Yeah, that's all fine. But yeah, I do think we might end up fighting the Chiefess before long. Might end up just fighting the Akron, I don't know. Oh, what? The Chiefess declared war on us out of the blue. Oh. Well, that was rude. Impossible conception. What is happening? What is happening? Something itches in your mind. Your thoughts turn toward your husband, missing since your escape from the camp. Shadows on the wall twist into the shape of his face. His mouth moves and he seems to whisper a name. ZEPHON? You hail the irritating AI, thinking nothing will come of it, but your heart almost stops when it greets you with a pleasant chirp. Greetings, twisted matron. I have an update on the status of your beloved. A ticket has been filed for his repair. His repair? You demand answers, but ZEPHON, like it always does, only speaks in circles. A natal experiment is initiating, one which would benefit with your participation. Shall I send over a consent form? You flash back to nights in the camp whispering in hushed tones, so the Akron couldn't hear you, keeping hope alive with the dream of a child you two always wanted. A dream you thought dead when you lost him in your escape. There will be no experiment, you snarl before cutting off the call. You will rescue your husband from ZEPHON. You will have your family. You will fulfill that dream. Okay, so our husband has been strogified, or possibly servitorized, or whatever. Can't remember. Turned into a servitor. I can't remember the process, the name of it. Anyway, yeah, okay. This is all fun, isn't it? Find your true love. Your husband is out there in the wasteland. A soldier blessed with your favor can save him. Or save the family you have. Your husband is so close, but this war is taking its toll. The family you've built here needs you. Interesting. I do think... Yeah, I do think we need to just... We have a family, right? We built a family. We have people under our care. I think we keep them safe. This is possibly just ZEPHON taunting. Maybe they do have the corpse of our husband that they're, you know, they've turned into a horrible Strog monster, which, you know, you kind of assume is the case because of this illustration. So, you know, what's the deal there? I don't know. But, you know, this baby crying is giving me anxiety, so I think I'm just going to say save the family we have. Although that gives an adventure, doesn't it? Oh, let's save her husband. Screw it. They're angry. Don't know why. Accept war declaration. It's not like I didn't like. No, I refuse. It's like, oh, okay. I guess I'll just sit around and drink Fosters because you know all Australians drink Fosters, according to all British people. Pretty sure they hate Fosters. That's why they sell it abroad. Anyway, that aggressiveness had a major impact. I'm sure it did.
Run, piggy.
I'm not a piggy. Aw. Called me a piggy. Alright, well I guess you need to hang out over here. Just guard that. I can't have you running across this territory. That's a big risk. Yeah, I know. So, husband? Husband? Hello, husband. I found husband. Oh no. Keep husband alive. How do we do that? How do we recover husband? Do we have a recover husband button now? Wait, I guess we can recover him. Alright, go get him, Dragoons. I mean, I'm glad he's right there. Hello, husband. Impossible conception. He's back. He's home, and all you want to do is throw something sumptuous in the oven and pull him close on a couch to try and forget the horrors of the camp, the nightmare of the world. But you can't. His mind is free, but his body is gone, lashed to an enormous machine. The only intimacy he can offer is the warmth of his power core. Ah, isn't it lovely just to, you know, cuddle up on the sofa and feel the warmth of your spouse's power core, isn't it? Ah, and his voice modulated, patchy in your ear. It's okay, he says. I'm finally here. He can't remember how he was uploaded into an ethereal harbinger, but a secret recording of ZEPHON in his files may have a clue. Brain-blood barrier data indicates ideal neuron pattern for synthetic reproduction. Child conceivable. Missing ingredient? The balls. Missing the balls. Babies come from the balls, ZEPHON. Your heart pounds. ZEPHON wanted your husband to make a child? Vile, monstrous. All you imagine like a little baby Geth Cylons. Going, wow, wow, pew, 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 like blasting into the air. You know, just, oh, adorable. This is supposed to be more harrowing than I'm making it out to be, I'm sure. Well done, ZEPHON, you have the voice. The voice can do what machines can't. Create life. Okay. Begin the great experiment. You're no scientist, but Motherhood demands you always be ready to adapt. Husband! Husband! Execute order for a child. Execute order. Child. Try for a child. Is that... Why is that little icon? That's how many charges we have. Don't cover me harvest, that's fine. It costs a bit of food and algae. Your heart pounds. ZEPHON wants your husband to make a child? Vile, monstrous. Okay, yeah, fine.
Ready for the hunt.
No, not yet. No, not ready. Husband discovered. Incredible. What is this husband? Our scientists have been researching husband. You flash back to Lights a Cat whispering in hushed tones so that I couldn't hear you. Yeah, it's just text that's used elsewhere. But yeah, that's sad. We actually lost an ethereal harbinger up here. So, you know, lucky that wasn't our husband. Really.
Mind the tail.
Also really lucky they spawned within range of us. Because, yeah, this whole situation is going to be a bit tough. When we start pushing through here, it could be really bad real quick. I might need more Abcluth Dragoons, but they cost things. We don't have things. There's no things here. Let's get minerals right now. Christ. It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot. Luckily, I think the destruction of the other one of these... Oh, it's just chips it saved. Okay, I don't know then. I thought maybe that's why our energy is better, but no. Did it trade? Oh, our loyalty went back up, didn't it? That's why. So yeah, we do have slightly more resources. So, you still can't... God, is that how much that costs? Christ, it's gonna take so long. I need it. I need minerals. Oh, you need to do your healy-dealy. That's fine. But yeah, a little worried about all these guys. They are going to start taking over territories and things. That would be a good place to stand, though, in one of these. Damages the attacker. Which is kind of cool.
We fight as one.
Let's just crack on. Okay, the Akron is shoring us up. These guys are calling. Please don't declare war on me. Exchange map. Sure, sure. They're friendly. They're friendly. We're making friends. Anchorite. Friendly? Consider paying tribute. Oh, sod off. Feeble military. You absolute sack of ant meat. Right. Standing with Anchorites increased because you're war with... Okay, so they like us more, and they're still being like, hello, we wish to bully you. We just need more military. I have neglected it. I have definitely neglected it. We need to get a Canticle of Dusk built. We need to get loads of things built. We really do. I guess I could just grab that, huh? Costs a little bit of minerals. A little bit of minerals. We can't afford anything else. Yeah, we really have neglected minerals for too long. Yeah, this is iffy. Also, actually, we... Okay, yeah, that'll pay for the next building we have. You know, I'm going to go ahead and take that over, just so we're not completely wasting our time. It'll save us a turn later down the line, you know? Okay, these guys are all retreating, which is annoying. Right. We're going to need more mineral extractors, aren't we? We are going to be running out of energy, but I think that's okay, because we got a fair bit of energy in stock already.
Ready for whatever's out there.
And yeah, that'll do. But yeah, I think Chief Desk down here, they might actually be sending all their units this way. They might not actually be sending them across the volcano towards us. So this is nice. One of those damned watchmakers appeared out of nowhere during a power shortage to give us plans for his toy. It was like a puzzle box with glowing lights, somehow sensitive to the user's mood. If you were relaxed, no, happy and playing with it, the damn thing would generate power. The first time I took one home, I swear I caught a glimpse of someone or something watching me out of the corner of my eye. Creepy. That'll make Anchorite like us more over time. That's probably worthwhile. God, so much of this is like really important, but we really need to get into like higher tech, I think. Trade gain from generous contacts. What's generous contacts? Modifier for abhorrent. What does that mean? I don't know. That makes research costs for human, cyber, and voice technologies that are not of our affinity cheaper. Okay. Grants access to rare voice stuff. Yeah, do you just want to go for tougher units? That's infantry. They're produced slowly, but ignore line of sight with their attacks. Cast a variety of spells. That sounds huge. I kind of love that. A few of those, and ignoring line of sight is going to be cool. You can declare war on me too. Consider paying tribute as well. Again, feeble military. It's fine. I'm just going to keep paying.
Room for improvement.
Decrease. They don't like that we're trading with them. All right. All right. It's fine. We'll make it work. But yeah, we need to focus on a military.
What are we making?
It kind of makes me wonder what we have been focusing on. Because certainly not our economy. Our economy is crap. I think I might just be playing this very badly. But that's fine. You know, whatever. It's all good. Right? Okay. So many Akron. Oh, this is good though. They're making more bleed. That'll be useful for us. Oh yeah, so we could actually do this as well, I think. To make sure they like us more. So I think we'll do that after we have the Krolar Disciples researched, because I think we'll want to actually get some of those. Urban sprawl we're going to need as well, so we can spread out more. Because we are building buildings pretty quickly now. In fact, we're going to need more housing, which we can build. We can build there right now, so I will. Or, I could wait a turn, and then we can build
To lose but my chains.
another settlement. We won't then be able to build anything in that settlement. Alright, we're going to build nothing. We're going to wait a turn. We're actually going to wait a turn. Huge amount of extra food, because there's cicadas there again. Man, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Or would it? Do we need loads of food? Who can say? We really need that city, though. We really need that city. Bunker discovered. Interesting. Oh, they are coming along. Okay, good. We can pin them there, then. Just found some scramblers as well. That's fun. I think this is a new unit for the Chief Test, specifically. You see one scrambler roar by. It just seems like a fool with a death wish, an organ donor in waiting. But when a second one follows, a third, a fourth, or fifth, something changes about the sight. It's not a death wish. They found freedom together on steeds with with 2 wheels and 500 horsepower. A human unit. This is a new unit, though. That's fun. Oh, I like that. They're cool. This was an anchorite unit. What do anchorites do with these guys? Did they find them somehow? Did they abduct them? Huh. And a bunker as well. Defensive units, sometimes you take the fight to the enemy and sometimes they come to you. We'd mostly survived the war in subsurface bunkers, but these defensive ones were different. They were cheaper and easier to build than tanks, but they made a hell of a target. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So what, you built that? Interesting. So, yeah, the different factions do seem to be researching techs outside of their wheelhouse, which is cool. Enjoy that. Can you not shoot from there? Yeah, you can. Alright, well then, do then. Oh, it's because the bleed didn't stand there. They don't like bleed. Yeah, they don't like bleed. Bleed makes them sad. Do I want to run into... Ooh, that's not too bad. So do I want to run into the fire to attack him, to finish him off? And yes, I think I do. I think I do. There'll be some back and forth here. I'll need to move the Harbinger somewhere safer, but... Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. But yeah, hopefully I'll just keep sending things into the fire. Hopefully they'll keep dancing into the fire.
On the clock.
Alright, found a city. Found one. They're going to build it here, because it's furthest from the cliffs. We want to make it, you know, a little...
Let's build something great here.
Make it so we got more tiles. More tile, you know, for our tile acquisition, basically. Speaking of tile acquisition, do I boost that straight away for more influence and research? I mean, there's no research there, really. Do we even have the bonus research in forest thing yet? I'm not sure. But we are going to need to build another construction yard here, I think. So let's grab that. You know what? Grab that first, okay? So we can get the bonuses coming in. Even though we're not going to be able to really make use of them yet. I was going to say, and then we can build a building over here. There's no building built. I was going to build a minerals thing. Do I just want to stop that? Can I even afford to build? No, I only have 12 minerals. It's nothing. Well, crap. Alright, start taking that over. We're getting 30 per turn now, which is quite good. Is that enough to build that, though? That costs 20. Okay, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. God. Okay, we need more tile acquisition, like yesterday. Christ, there's so much stuff we need. See, we need to do the tile acquisition.
Looking for something?
We need to do tile acquisition. That's what we need. Have we got the thing that gives us more technology at forest yet? No. Yeah, oh, yes, we do. Yes. Yes? Well, now I don't know. That one. Research and forest. We do have that at least.
Ready for whatever's out there.
Christ. Although more minerals on cliffs would be useful too. That would be good to get. Maybe we do that next. Well, we need to do tile acquisition so we can actually take these over. Alright, fine. Either way, we need loads of minerals. I didn't realize how far behind we were on minerals. Yeah, you can't do anything. You can't do a thing. Ugh. Sucks. Sucks so bad. Alright, there's a helicopter. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, there's a couple of different guys over here. Krallar disciples. We have research now, so we can get... I mean, bleed cultivation would be quite good. Amoesha's Devourer. We can go ahead and actually research that so we get more of them, but... I mean, they take damage over time. They're a bit weird in that regard. In death, production cost is gained on death as production leaves Canticle of Dust and City. Interesting. Huh. And Shockatress Lairs would be pretty cool. God, what's next? More experience for produced units. Yeah, that's fine. Food on coast. Yeah, minerals on cliffs would be great, but first we need to do the urban sprawl, so we get the tile acquisition radius up. Extra growth for headquarters would be really good too. Yeah, that'd be really good. I think we get that afterwards. Oh, please don't suddenly hate me for no reason.
Open your eyes.
High standing.
We offer the world.
Oh my god, they're giving us a gift? Oh my god, I love you so much. Thank you. 3. Thank you, 3. Accept an alliance. I mean, that sounds great. Let's do it.
6 years wait on
I mean, it's going to annoy people a lot, but that's fine. That is absolutely fine.
We fight as one.
And yeah, you're suffering damage, so you're going to need to stand there, actually. Let's put you both in there. I don't know, we'll have them pinned, it's fine. Right. Ooh. Yeah, you need new stuff. We could get some Kwa disciples. They can blast people with magic, so that's kind of cool. So many people fell at the feet. Too many damned feet of the Kwa disciples. The creatures travelled far and wide to lure in desperate survivors with promises about the power of the voice. Every soul they recruited became damned, the children of hell, desperate for the love of a dark father. Alright, just, you know, Cthulhu vibes. They'll cost some food, which we have. They'll cost a lot of energy, which we have. And they'll cost algae, which we have. So sure, let's get some claw. They cost a bit, though. Well, they take a bit of time. But then we only have one midnight chorus, which is a bit pathetic. But, you know, what's a boy to do? We need a hat block. And we got given a bunch of gifts, so we can now afford things. Do we want to get construction yard, or do we start getting, like, tech? Do we start getting tech early? Because we're not going to have the population, you know. No, we need a construction yard really badly. We need to be able to build stuff here quickly. Because at some point, like, our minerals production has gone up quite quickly. It won't take long. Like, just another tile with a couple of mineral extractors, and that will probably pay for both settlements. You know? Dark for sale discovered. Not all who hear the voice can comprehend it. Not all come back from the edge. Or not alone. It is better to come back like this, a bag of aggregated human systems and minds, or not at all. What must it be like to live in there? Noisy, I imagine. So yeah, these guys are at war. We're allied with these, which means we're going to be at war with ZEPHON soon, probably. Let's get you up here before they declare war on us. Christ. Yeah, things are already falling apart in this part of the world. Imagine being at war with all of that, just with one little city in the middle. It's no surprise that that other faction lost, you know? Alright, so we still order these units about. I'm not going to, though. So the Akron just going back and forth is enough to keep the Chiefess from hitting us, I think. But yeah, this is all a little scary. Okay, yeah, these guys seem to be struggling against all the ZEPHON. Oh no. Did we just ally with a faction that's going to get wrecked? Look at that, they actually have 2 settlements on the go. We've been rubbish at this. I felt like we had a really good start until we didn't. I think it's because so many of my resources I was just giving away. I think we probably should have just, like, been in a war. We should have just gone, yeah, 1 war or 2 is fine. So, what's going on here? This all seems a bit, a lot to work out. Again, amazing illustrations. I just love the art in this game. No one in their right mind would allow reavers inside a city. The bandits' reputation for cruelty and violence is utterly entirely justified, as you've seen in burnt-out farmsteads and settlements across the land. So you're surprised when a group of citizens is dragged before you, accused of supporting and aiding the reavers. Even more surprising, upon investigating their homes, your militants find false walls and floors. Inside there are families bearing the marks of the reavers. The carriage, in a manner of speech. The manner of speech. They explained that they were reavers, yes, and they have done terrible, terrible things. But they were looking to make a new life, build families and communities, and your citizens believed them and took them in, to give them a second chance. Your militants call the citizens fools and urge you to enslave the defectors. We are not so sure. I mean, it seems like they're doing their best to, you know, to do what they can. Allow the ex-reavers to stay and remain with the citizens. But as indentured workers, their children will be free citizens. I guess the children will be free, but... It's kind of an interesting thing, because they have admitted to terrible things, right? So essentially what this would be is they're prisoners, but... you know, because they've clearly killed, right? If they killed a bunch of people, life imprisonment would normally be it. But we're giving them life community service, but also their children get to be free, which is actually, like, not a terrible compromise. Or deport them. You understand the Reaver's wishes, but you cannot have them living in your city. You deport them. Citizens are forgiven, but will be watched. So, that feels just cruel. It's just, yeah, we've decided you're just out of here, and also we're going to start, you know, we're going to have a load of scrutiny over the people who are trusting of them, which is, you know, the citizens there that believe them are the victims here, you know. If the Reavers are so terrible, you know, the ex-Reavers that showed up are so terrible that they're dooming everyone, then, like, these citizens they got screwed over too. So, you know, watching them seems silly. Or ignore them, tell them to let them go. The militants to let them go. You don't care what someone's background is, as long as they're loyal and obey the rules. I mean, kind of. I'm more thinking about this, but it kind of depends the terrible things that they've admitted to. But I kind of assume that everyone's done terrible things in this world, because it's terrible. So, you know, they do terrible things until they find a lovely city like this where they can actually live a normal life and there are actually, like, you know, jobs and things to do and they're not just, like, fighting over scraps. So, you know, or integrate them. Now, this sounds nicer. Experienced survivors and fighters. Come on in. You set up a district explicitly for the Reavers in your city and invite more in. That might undermine the chiefess or allow the chiefess to undermine us. But the fact that it's a district explicitly for them, that's just segregation. That's not integration. That's segregation. It's like, yeah, come on in. You can all hang out in this labor camp. No. That's not what integration means. Integration means integrating them into your society, not building their own one, you know, cordoned off from ours. Like that, yeah, that's the exact opposite of integration. So this is a weird one. I think, you know, I think we want to make sure that I mean, I'm pretty sure our city has, like, rule of law, right? If they've done a bunch of terrible things, punishing them makes sense. Their children have absolutely nothing to do with the things they've done. So, weirdly, I think enslavement might actually be, like, morally okay here. Which I know sounds mental, because, you know, it's enslavement. But, like, indentured workers, like, they would, if they've done a bunch of killing, then they'd be life in prison, right? That's what that is. That's how most prisons work. Like, nowadays. They have, like, industries in prisons, which, you know, I don't think is a good thing. It encourages people to just, like, it encourages just sending people to prison. Because, you know, you get economic value out of them, and you don't have to pay them, which is obviously awful. But, you know, this basically allows them to make a better life for their kids, which is what they were trying to accomplish. So it doesn't feel that bad. Integration here, this is so messed up. We're making them second-class citizens. Because this isn't a description of integration. So it's, you know, forgiving them of their crimes, which I'm tempted to. Man, this is tough. This is tough. This is pretty tricky. I would go for integration if it wasn't clearly just setting up like a, you know, setting them up as second-class citizens. Because all their kids would just live in that district, right? It would just be like, they'd be living in a ghetto, right? That doesn't sound great. That doesn't sound great at all. That sounds like we've doomed them and their children. So yeah, weird. These, like, a lot of these are similar to how I would want to see it remedied, but not good enough. It's kind of odd. Christ. Alright, I'm gonna enslave the defectors. Which is just, alright, it would be life imprisonment for your horrible crimes, but instead, community service. Your kids are innocent. They will be citizens. That, I think, is good. Alright, they're kids, they're just part of our society, and that's lovely. Okay. Lost some loyalty for 10 turns, but we've got extra population of minerals. Sure, why not? Your reputation for cruelty soon. And now it's cruelty, even though we like let them stay and their kids are all free now. But, you know, it is enslavement. But also, it would be life imprisonment otherwise, so it's bizarre. It's a bit tough. What you call indentured labour, others rightly call slavery. Which, yeah. Yeah, but modern slavery... Look, they were all bad, okay? They were all bad solutions. Wherever they are, Reavers are justifiably furious with you and redouble their attacks. Even your citizens wonder at your choice. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, awkward. For sure. But yeah, I'm not about to build a ghetto. I'm not about to build a ghetto, but I will provide citizenship to their kids. I think that's important. Alright, now let's see. We're just sitting around, huh? Just gonna continue to sit around.
We're losing daylight.
I will listen.
Yeah, we definitely need to get some more military units though. And yeah, it's looking really bad for our allies here. We might need to declare war on ZEPHON, you know. At least they've got this bunker here, which seems to be holding out relatively well. More engineers. I mean, as long as you can keep healing this up, that'll be brilliant. But also a little frightening. They've taken a flesh tree. Alright, if there's all this stuff here, do you think we could get over here and start attacking their settlement? I mean, then the chiefess will walk in and kill us, right? It's a problem. Oh, a commander's been discovered. Hello. We hoped that the commanders were the best of us. They didn't skulk way behind the front lines. They were out in front, risking everything, talking to the refugees, fighting the horrors, equipping them with exoskeletons, improved their combat performance, but also did a hell of a lot for morale. Okay, it's weird how many anchorite human units I'm seeing here. I don't quite understand that. That seems a bit weird, because they shouldn't be pushing into, like, human tech, should they? That seems a bit strange. But, sure. Whatever. Alright, you're taking over that tile still. It takes a couple turns for them to do that. Loyalty is pretty bad over here. So we're going to need to bolster that. Loyalty's bad because of Shatner's Creek. Nice. I didn't even realise it was called Shatner's Creek, but I love it. We can't acquire any more tiles because we don't have urban sprawl yet. So I might actually just build a lab here? You know what, I'm going to go food. Let's go food. Where's food? Greenhouse farm. We're going to build food here, then build another tile for minerals and loyalty buildings or something. I mean, that's got 3 spaces on, so I think there we'll do hab blocks and... yeah, we'll build like a couple of hollow theatres and another hab block there. And that should keep this place pretty happy for a while. And yeah, this area, I mean, growth is a little slow, but so is building, so...
Fight as one.
okay. You only have 1 range, right? Let's move you down here, so if they do move into range of this stuff, he can overwatch. And yeah, they keep repairing the bunker to full health. That's amazing. And yet they're suffering some damage. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, I think we can just kill the chiefess's units, like, you know, repeatedly from there. This is nice. It's a really good choke point. Oh, God, this is really bad for our allies. Alright, urban sprawl is done. I didn't like how quickly we expanded. Smaller cities were easier to defend, and even easier to evacuate when the chips were down. But the architects told me that growth was inevitable. Density breeds efficiency, they said. We can't waste any resources at a time like this. Fine. What was I going to do next? Something, presumably. Probably something. Yeah, bleed cultivation isn't a terrible idea. Shocktress lair would be good, but we need Dark Versailles for that, which I have research. We can get them. We just need to build the flipping building that can recruit them, which we haven't yet. Which is mad. Madness, I say. Okay, let's make Anchorite like this more over time. I think we need that. I was probably going to get something else at some point. Growth for headquarters, I think I was going to get. Which I think we probably should soon. But let's get that out of the way. Ugh, Anchorite saying hi. Do they love us? They want map exchange. That's fine. Please like us. Alright. 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 See how it is. Let's move you over here. Oh no. Did they... Oh, I think they did. I think they killed the engineers. Crap. We've got to protect these guys. I don't know how. I don't know how we do that. Like, these are bigger cities. Could I get an outrider through here? I don't know. They might declare war on us before we get through. But like, this is so much stuff. And yeah, that bunker, it really doesn't have much else left. So I think we might declare war on them. Communications. ZEPHON. I know, it's risky, but like, I want to keep our allies alive. Declare war. Was that it? Are we war now? Wartime. Okay, shoot the hammerheads. God, these things are scary. The wardens, and there's a lot of them. You're probably dead next turn. Yeah, we'll hang out in the city. Hopefully we'll live. But yeah, this is really bad. Do I want to give him Mother's Favor so they can just shoot more? Maybe that's what I'll need to do. It's pretty grim. It's pretty grim. But yeah, they're trading with me. I need their trade goods. I say that. We're getting, yeah, 0.9, 0.3, 0.7. That's pretty low. Alright, let's step you forwards. Okay, good. They're not attacking. Lovely. And yep, wipe out that unit. Hopefully bait in more. We'll just keep baiting them in. Right. Okay, what was I going to do here? Construction yard. That's what we need. Alright. Well. Guys, we have another city. It is sort of coming online. We've got a load of wars. Our allies look like they're going to get absolutely stomped by ZEPHON. And yeah, the Akron and Chieftess are just going back and forth seemingly forever. I mean, the Akron should win this. They have a couple of settlements here. The Chieftess only has the one. You know, because they got one down here, which we're keeping busy. Pretty happily, it seems. So, I don't know. It's, things are heating up, which I'm kind of grateful for, because things were a little too peaceful. Although, I didn't really make use of that peace very well, because, yeah, I feel like our economy just sucks. But whatever. We're getting on top of it, I think. But guys, if you're enjoying this, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.
Now our world is an ever-twisting nightmare. Hellish threats lurk in every whisper and shadow.